So we have an update in the story of Rebekah Byler, the 23-year-old Amish mother who was murdered in northwest Pennsylvania about 2.5 weeks ago. The suspect in the case, Shawn C. Cranston, had a preliminary hearing on March 15th, this past Friday. Just some notes from the hearing. Apparently, at least 10 witnesses testified. I think some of those were members of the Amish community. Apparently, Cranston was a driver for the Amish, according to at least one member of the Amish community, who testified that she knew Cranston as a driver, and earlier this year he had showed up at her house unannounced. Another member of the Amish community said that Cranston was wearing all black and carried a pistol on his hip. So this was someone who had some connection with the Amish. Rebekah Byler's husband, 24-year-old Andy Byler, testified, and apparently his 2 young children, which are toddler age, were the ones who basically told him or informed him of what happened. He said that he saw his wife on the floor. He said, "I walked in and saw her cap," which is the prayer covering that Amish women wear, laying inside the door. He had been out looking at roofing jobs. Rebekah, at the time, had been doing laundry when he left that morning with a neighbor and a driver. The driver, his name is Julie Warner, called 911 while Byler waited in a truck for the police. Warner tried to calm him down and went into the house to collect the children who were playing with toys in the dining room. So you don't even want to think about what those children might have seen. Warner said she told a 911 dispatcher she felt she could not check Rebekah Byler's pulse, but that she could tell her body was cold. This is from ABC 6 News, this report. Andy Byler testified that he did not know Shawn Cranston, however, even though members of the Amish community have said that Cranston was apparently a driver. And again, Amish people hire non-Amish to drive them places, like to drive them to work or to on grocery trips or even long trips out of state to visit family. That's quite common in most Amish communities. Other details that were confirmed, Rebekah Byler was shot in the head and also suffered wounds to her neck, apparently from a knife. So those reports that she was shot that came early on seem to be accurate. Cranston's defense attorney apparently tried to argue that the charges should be dismissed based on the idea that the prosecutors did not identify a motive or show a murder weapon. That request was dismissed by Judge Amy Nichols, who ruled that there was enough evidence for the case to go to Crawford County Common Pleas Court for trial proceedings. In addition to 2 counts of homicide for killing Rebekah Byler and her unborn child, Cranston also faces charges of burglary and trespassing. So basically, there's not a lot more details about motive here. Why was he there? I know a lot of people are wondering about that. The foster daughter of Cranston was interviewed in a report not too long after Cranston was arrested, saying something about how Cranston was trying to get his grandson back. Apparently his grandson had been adopted years earlier by a different Amish couple, and there's speculation that this was a case of mistaken identity. I don't know what the thinking is or what the idea is when a child has been adopted, that someone thinks that they're going to get them back. We're not going to go too far down that road. Members of the Amish community came out to this hearing. Cranston apparently said nothing during the proceedings. They did find guns, ammunition, knife parts, and other items at the murder scene. So as far as an update here, we do have a few more details about the crime, about what happened. Apparently he was to some degree known within the Amish community, did some work for them as a driver. And we know that the case is going to continue moving forward. The request to dismiss charges was rejected by the judge. So not a whole lot more than that. I'm not seeing any further dates for the next court appearance. If I find that, I'll add that as an update in the description. Just wanted to give you an update. People have been asking about what's been going on. So I'll try to give you another one when more substantial information comes in. Thanks for watching. See you next time.